Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jan, and I was just 1 week in Token 2049. I wanted to give you some alpha, what's been happening there, some things that I'm looking for at the moment, and obviously giving you the latest market news. But hey, let's dive in. So first of all, Token 2049 this year was very big. There were more than 800 different side events. So that's a lot of different events. And I think overall, who I met this year was more TradFi people, way more like sophisticated traders, sophisticated funds. And what I'm seeing from the VC side, it's more liquid funds than illiquid. What does it mean? It means that people are trading liquid tokens rather than investing in seed and angel rounds. Obviously, that's not good for the crypto itself, but we're definitely going through a process where we're seeing more and more these liquid funds coming abroad. But anyway, let's go through some things that I feel like I covered, or at least I was talking to a lot of people. So one thing, Hyperliquid. I got so many people basically FOMOing into Hyperliquid. They're saying like, hey, this is the new FTX. Obviously, I'm just giving you guys my thoughts, and this is not a financial advice. But it seems to be like decentralized exchanges are becoming more and more sophisticated. If you go to GMX, which was the first basically iteration of a good exchange, it was a little bit clunky and it wasn't that great. But now we're seeing this new era of decentralized exchanges coming abroad, where you can actually take like 50x leverage, and it's pretty good. Like, it's made by traders, and every trader or VC liquid fund that I talked to, they were saying that they're trading on Hyperliquid. Obviously, you can see from here, there's a lot of trading options here, and I think this is great. This is great because of, first of all, you can access decentralized exchanges where you are, but second of all, you own your own tokens here. You own whatever you trade. It's not like in centralized exchanges where you can't see the open order book that well, or you basically have to trust the exchange to keep your coins safe. At least here, you are responsible for your own coins, which is, I think, matters a lot. But yeah, check it out. Obviously, I don't have any affiliation with the Hyperliquid. I'm just telling you guys what I saw in Token 2049 and what was the hot topic. So Hyperliquid was one of them. Second one was Pendle. Obviously, people know Pendle. It's basically yield trading, where you can actually go leverage on your yields on your DeFi. But yeah, everyone we're talking about Pendle, and despite Mr. Arthur Hayes has been selling his position, Pendle has been performing actually pretty well during the last days, and it's definitely something to look out for. But again, it's either they were talking about Aave, which has been performing super well, and Pendle, which had quite a lot of dumps, but lately it's been recovering. And I think the TVL over here has been also growing up a lot. But these were basically two of the things that everyone were talking about in DeFi. Another one was Mega ETH. Let's go to Mega ETH systems. So Mega ETH is something that the Vitalik is even involved with. And actually, we had this for sale on secondaries. And what is Mega ETH? Mega ETH is basically another eigenlayer copy, I would say, but it's not. It's basically a L1, L2 mixture of things. And people were talking about it pretty a lot, but there wasn't a clear proposition why it was good. But it was definitely something that people were talking about. Check it out. It's definitely something that we should keep in mind. But another thread I want to show you here is sorry, is that the things that I talked about was very fragmented. Like, I totally agree with Zero X Lewis. I don't know who he is, but he had some good thoughts here. But definitely one thing I saw there was that, hey, we have way too many L1s and L2s. And I think VCs and even normal people were talking about, like, hey, who's going to build on top of this? So we have DeFi, which is very strong now. So we have decentralized exchanges, we have DeFi staking platforms and so forth. But we don't actually have any interesting consumer apps yet. And I think this is something that I feel funny, and I think something that even us as investors we should start looking into. Like if there's a consumer app that somehow that has a good tokenomics and is somehow related to consumers, we should definitely look at it. But anyway, another thing that I think was funny was Mr. Vitalik was singing in the conference, and actually I talked with someone that flew like 20 hours just to listen to Vitalik, and he was so disappointed when Vitalik was singing. But
all the rest of them, it's mathematical. No more double spend, it's encryptable. Put your cash in your brain or it's wearable.
obviously, the hot topic at the moment is Ethereum against Sol. If we go here to the graphs, Ethereum has been recovering actually pretty well. I'm very surprised. And if we go to the ETF flows, one sec. Uh, anyway, like I still think Ethereum has been underperforming. I don't know if we're gonna break 3,000 levels yet. Solana has definitely been going up again. We're still on the resistance zone, and I think it's going to be a fierce fight between Ethereum and Solana. But people who I talk to a lot, they're starting to value Solana more because there's more consumer apps like Pump.Fun, and it's just the ecosystem itself has been growing more. And if Vitalik is singing and not giving really any updates, it's not a good thing. Anyway, let's see the ETF flows quickly. I know I'm jumping here a little bit, but I think it's very important. We're still having some minuses, but actually we've been getting some plus days. But good to follow what Grayscale is doing. They have $9 billion worth of ETH, and they only dumped so far $2.8 billion. So there's at least half to go still before we see some momentum. And why are they dumping? It's because of their fee. It's much higher than any other ETF. So people are trying to dump and go to other ETFs. Obviously, let's see what will happen. But yeah, some interesting things. Another thing that was very bullish, actually, like I went to a lot of different side events and main events, and one of the main events was Breakpoint. And I think seriously, Solana people have done excellent work with pumping up their bags, but also pumping the ecosystem. But what was funny was basically getting us, I wouldn't say stripper, but a singer on the floor and showing his.
I see you, boy. Let's get it. Whoop. Make some noise.
Like if this is what we want in crypto, I don't know. I feel pretty bearish to be honest, but I guess singing is the new norm. I guess I have to learn singing myself to be a founder. You have to have a good singing voice. So let's see. But Breakpoint was definitely more enjoyable than Ethereum's events. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Solana and Ethereum will be performing. Other thing that was very interesting that I was actually talking about before here quite a lot, but basically BitTensor has finally started to rocket. We did have a position that I basically took. I left a little bit. I sold on a loss a little bit, but now I'm a profit. But basically, we bought at 400 something, 405, and then I bought a little bit back at 420, and then I sold a little bit at 360. But definitely, it's been ripping. It's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, like another note was that there was a lot of talk about AI. Like AI is here to stay. AI plus crypto can be very good. I don't know about BitTensor. Obviously, anything what I say on this channel is not the financial advice, but Tao basically has been ripping a lot, and Tao was talked about a lot in the events that I went to. And overall, like I see AI becoming much more normalized, and people who came from the States, especially San Francisco, we're all talking about like, hey, there's a crazy AI boom. So maybe that's the thing that is pumping DAO, or maybe they actually are acquiring new users and people are finally realizing that hey, there's actually something behind it. But yeah, BTC still on very bullish sort. We had at least 1 week of bullishness because of Fed talks, but the economy is not well. And actually, I never really show gold here, but let's go here 1 sec. If we go and look at gold at the moment, it's ripping. And usually when gold is ripping, it means that the economy is not well. Maybe recession is coming, maybe not, but there's definitely something going on. I don't know. Maybe finally we will see BTC being the risk asset, like hedge against risk asset. But I think overall, like what I got from Token2049, a lot of bullishness, and everyone was talking about BTC. Every fund was saying like, "Hey, BTC is gonna go to 100K. This is a good time to buy," and people have been buying on almost 50,000 or 60,000 levels, and even on 65 and 68,000 levels. People are very, very bullish. I'm also very bullish after this conference. I think there was a lot of good meetups. Happy to see some of the community members there, obviously. But hey, another note, we have our new website finally ready. Go and check it out. It's much more clearer. It's much more cleaner. Any feedback that you guys can get us, please let us do. And we do have a new pre-sale going. Please check it out. It's on Tier 5 channel, and we will let probably also other community members participate. But hey, this is me, Jan. Please like and share. This is the latest news, what was happening in Token2049. I'm going to make another video later with Andrew again. Please keep in touch.